Hey everybody, and welcome back. We have finally found the elusive Tatsu at Walmart, and we finally get to take a good look at this guy. This guy's been a long time coming. The one thing that everybody's been requesting, finally they got him, and this packaging is really super cool. I love this whole red box and everything. It just looks great. It honestly, like, I feel like the packaging looks a lot better than what like we ended up getting here, but we're gonna take a closer look once we end up pulling him out. But as you can see, we do have two separate head sculpts there, so you get two different faces. You've got a cloth tire for him. You got a whole bunch of accessories, hands, like foot mask crumbled up, fan, like mask. This guy is going to be really fun to mess around with. Let's go ahead and see what we're working with. Straight out of the box, you can see that we've got everything nicely packaged here. We've got all this stuff just sitting here held in with this little piece that pops right off. We've got the figure himself held in with just a single band around the waist, it looks like. So that's what you need to be looking out for. Let's go ahead and pull him out. And now we finally got him all out of that box there. We've got him up there. He seems to be standing very well. Everything was in that packaging super tight. Like, it was kind of like a bitch to get it all out. But as you can see, we've got all of our accessories. We've got our little bamboo plastic, sword thing here for his practices, whatever you want to call that. Then you've got his actual like sword here, which is really cool. You can like take the string, tie it around his waist or his belt, whatever you want to do to like hold that on there wherever you want. And it is sheathed, so that is super cool. I love when you can actually sheath a sword. Like, that is just something that most people skip over. Like, they either give you just this with like this as a separate piece, or I just like, it's so simple. Like, why wouldn't you just do that, But then we've got our fan. Bam. Right there. Looks really cool. And I'm assuming that this is supposed to be the fan in collapsed mode, whatever you want to call that, put away mode. But this is literally just like flimsy little junky piece of plastic. Wouldn't waste time with that. Honestly, I wouldn't have even thrown that in the pack, but whatever. Cool that we got extra stuff. We have got a crumbled up foot mask. Why is our camera looking weird here? So we've got that crumbled up foot mask, really cool. Just literally crumbled piece here. The only thing that really identifies it is the fact that it's got that little like bug net like eyes on it. So there's like a spot to where he can hold it. And he does have hands, which we'll get to in a second, that make that easy. And then, like we said, he has an alternate head sculpt. Really cool. He's got the like kind of screamy face to him. Looks really good. Now this is my favorite here, is this little Oni mask, because it actually goes on his head like a mask. And I've been saying that with every Casey release that they've done, like, why don't we have a Casey mask I can just plop on a head? Like, that's so frustrating. Like, oh, and we broke it. That is why they don't do that often. That is awesome, where you can easily fix that, but that is such a thin little that's really disappointing. But we can still see how it looks on the face. Don't even need it, because it like literally molds onto that face there for him. You can squeeze it right on there, and it sits. It is sculpted perfectly to this head sculpt, so that you can literally put it right on there and it's going to hold. So be careful of that if you're trying to actually use it. This probably I'll cut off since it works without it. But I digress. He does come with fists for hands. Comes with grip hands, if we can actually grab things today. Just normal little jack me off hands. Then we have got our handy hands. Very good. Drop that one, and we've got a little fuzz to it. Bam. And then we have got a hand, a single hand that just has this like extra wide grip, like, you know, I mean, like extra girthy grip. And I'm assuming that that's probably the hand intended for the mask, but I feel like it should be a right hand, not a left hand. Let's see. This one's got more of a gap to it. But I feel like it should have been this one with more of a gap to it. Oh well. But yeah, this is just like an extra girthy grippy. I wonder if this has an extra girthy handle, which is why. Yeah, he seems to hold this perfectly in this hand, so it's probably specifically made for this one. Does this one go easily in here? Not easily, but you could totally swindle that. And that's super tight, so I guess you could do either. But this one's super tight. This one's just kind of perfect. Like, it holds it very well. I bet you, because he's got that weird split there too, it probably is. We're gonna mess around in a little bit, kind of find a good way for this hand. Maybe that's how he's supposed to do it, kind of like one of those like, let me just hold this out for you kind of hand motions. Interesting. But moving on to the figure, which is what we're all here for, that face sculpt. Gotta love a silent actor. I mean, like, did he even have a line in the movie? You know? Mainly just grunts. He looks super good. Now this piece here is rubber. Very, very rubber. And it comes down, and it is the belt piece as well, but this is not attached to that belt piece, so it's just that. The rest is all cloth. Very nice. The thing that does suck is that it is that cheap cloth work where you've got that white on the inside, and it's just kind of like printed, colored on the outside. What do we got going on here? Oh, we got a little designing. That's awesome. Look at that detail work. That is a design on there that I can't quite make out. It is very poorly printed on there, but it looks like some kind of characteristics are supposed to be on there, like character, the words, little Japanese symbols, little Chinese symbols, whichever one is supposed to be. Pretty cool. Now the thing that I did like notice is that he does only have that single elbow, which I feel like they should have went for the double. But the single works. At least we got Tatsu, you know? We do have double for the knees. We've got that whole middle piece for that knee. So we got that full range that we can do on the legs. But you're going to be limited on that. But I don't think anybody's really going to be throwing him in some seriously crazy poses anyway. Ooh, this one's tight. Ugh, that one's so tight. I would be careful for sure, because with these singles, they get so tight sometimes. When you first open them up, I feel like, you see, just moving that, we did get a little dent on our arm already. That I'm pretty lucky that one did not snap there. I would definitely give these guys a heat treatment, but he's got his range that he can move. He is very movable. Let's fix this a little bit because we're, bam. Head's poppable off, pretty easy. I say pretty easy and then proceed to struggle taking the head off. Ooh. He moves around real easy. There we go. It is a little bit tight on there. Popped it off earlier and it was fine, but you know, whatever. Swap that head. Oh, man. That does not want to go back on there. Definitely a little bit of heat. Warm water soak, heat gun, whatever you got that you like. He looks great in my opinion. And like I said, if we pop that mask on him, ignore the fact that we already broke that little strippy strap. Yeah. Bam. And if we mess about, we could get that to be on there a little bit more perfectly. Very nice though. We'll check him out and how he looks in some poses. Give him that nice Super Saiyan-y pose there, and he looks pretty nice there. Nice and basic. Swap out some hands, and unfortunately we did snap his hand trying to pull it out. Like I said, definitely give a heat treatment if you're going to be messing around and trying to do some shit with the figures. Like, that is unfortunate, as we just lost a hand, but you know, at least like they give you plenty of hands with everything. So I'm gonna work on getting that off, and we're just gonna call this a wrap on this review here. Get a quick height check and put him next to some guys, and we'll see how that looks. He does stand at 6.5 inches there, which is a little bit shorter than like the foot soldier. So he is a little bit shorter there, which I believe is about right, and he is standing a little bit shorter than Shredder there too. But he looks great. He's going to look great in your collection. Like I said, just the things that you're going to want to watch out for, definitely moving those hands, moving those joints for the first time, definitely give him a heat treatment. Other than that, he definitely is looking great. Sorry we're not doing many poses. That's going to take some finessing to get that little peg out of that armhole, unfortunately. So we'll see you guys around, and hopefully you guys got better luck with yours when I do. So see you next time.